we take great pleasure in presenting Eagle Scout Aubrey Metcalf.
I've been asked on behalf of 200 Eagle Scouts of the Los Angeles area who are present tonight to express our appreciation to you, men, who have made possible this second annual Eagle Scout dinner. Each Eagle Scout here tonight is the guest of some outstanding leader in Los Angeles business or professional life. We are greatly honored that such prominent gentlemen as you, our hosts, have been interested enough in scouting to arrange such an excellent meeting place and dinner. I am sure that each Eagle here is proud to have one of you gentlemen as his personal sponsor. Your sponsorship of this dinner, I feel, proves that you think scouting to be good training for young men. The same young men who will, in the next few years, be taking the leadership of this country on their shoulders. We Eagles look up to you, our community leaders, to set an example for us, much as a tenderfoot looks to those of higher rank in scouting to show him the right road. Your actions in conducting business show us the correct way to deal with others. Your support of our government to realize what our obligations are to be when we attain our majority as citizens. Your attitude toward church, home, and community life point the way to better understanding of our God, enjoyment of our family at home, and our duty to our community to uphold the traditions of those who have built such a close-knit nation as ours. We believe that there are no finer examples of this kind of life than you, our Los Angeles businessmen. We are proud that you are backing us and our organization. Perhaps I can give you some conception of what a scout's morals are. The very first requirement of a tenderfoot is that he know the scout law. This law is taken from the world's finest groups of rules for living, the Knight's Code, the Magna Carta, and the Oath of the Athenian Youth. There are 12 parts to the scout law, each important in its own respect. A scout is trustworthy. A scout's honor is to be trusted. If he were to violate his honor by telling a lie, or by cheating, or by not doing exactly a given task, he may be instructed to hand over his scout badge. This law of honesty is one of the best habits to learn. A good reputation for integrity is invaluable in later life. A scout is loyal. He is loyal to all to whom loyalty is due, his scout leaders, his parents, home, and country. A scout is helpful. He must be prepared at all times to save life, to help injured persons, and to share home duties. He must do at least one good turn to someone each day. This idea helps a scout from the start to be alert for chances to do a good turn. After a few years, doing good turns becomes second nature. We all should strive to think of the other person before ourselves. A scout is friendly. He is a friend to all and a brother to every other scout. The Bible, in its first book, tells us that we are our brother's keeper. A scout is courteous. He is polite to all, especially to women, children, old people, and the weak and helpless. He must not take pay for being helpful or courteous. A chivalrous attitude toward those who are weaker than ourselves is part of being a man. A scout is kind. He is a friend to animals. He will not kill nor hurt any living creature needlessly, but will strive to save and protect all harmless life. A scout is obedient. He obeys his parents, scoutmasters, school teachers, and all other duly constituted authorities. Prompt, efficient obedience helps one to be promoted to a better job. A scout is cheerful. He smiles whenever he can. His response to orders is prompt and cheery. He never shirks nor grumbles at hardships. All of us are guilty of sinking into pessimism and cynicism, where a bright smile and a cheerful word would pull us through to better spirits. A scout is thrifty. He does not wantonly destroy property. He works faithfully, wastes nothing, and he makes the best of his opportunity. He saves his money so that he may pay his own way, be generous to those in need, and helpful to worthy agencies. He may work for pay, but he may not receive tips for courtesies or good turns. How often are we not guilty of feeling that we were not thanked enough for a favor? The attitude we should seek is that of the anonymous giver, the person who probably gets the most gratification out of his gift. A scout is brave. He has the courage to face danger in spite of fear, and to stand up for right against the coaxing of friends and the jeers or threats of enemies. Defeat does not draw him down. Often, after losing out in sports, we are tempted to lie down and let defeat run over us. But the coach gives us a pep talk that sends us back into the game to win. The thing for us to do is to let our conscience be our coach and go on to win the game of life. A scout is clean. He keeps clean in body and thought. He stands for clean speech, clean sports, and clean habits. He travels with a clean crowd. A scout is reverent. He is reverent toward his God. He is faithful to his religious duties and respects the convictions of others on matters of custom and religion. All of these laws have been drilled into Eagles from the time they entered scouting. After their years of experience, they have formed in their mind an idea as to the place of Eagle Scouts as participating citizens. I would like to read to you 3 paragraphs on the responsibilities of an Eagle written by Scouts who are here tonight. Quote, "The responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to train and guide those of younger and less experience. His duty is to put back into scouting more than he has taken out of it. After all, when I entered scouting, I knew nothing and expected to be guided by those older and more advanced than myself. In due time, I was instructed and guided in the arts of scouting, and now I am learned in those ways. I am passing on what I know to my juniors. I feel that this is my way of helping scouting, and thereby fulfilling my responsibility as an Eagle Scout. Second, give my time helping younger boys better themselves, both mentally and physically, and also getting all the knowledge I can, so that I myself, as well as younger boys, may become better citizens. And last, an Eagle Scout should be an outstanding citizen, and in years to come, help lead in his community. Always live up to the Scout law, thereby not bringing disgrace to the name Eagle Scout, and following the golden rule of mankind." I do not know the fellows who wrote these thoughts, but they had the exact idea as to the duties of an Eagle Scout. I believe that the Eagle Scout has a definite place in the world of today. His training helps him to get along with people, and he has the respect of the community. I am sure whether Eagles are destined to be leaders or just good followers, that most of them will go on and make a name for themselves in scouting and in all future fields of progress. If all men were to study the Scout law, live by it, and follow the way taken by Eagles, there would be no wars, oppressions, or prejudices, and all men would live free and equal and eager to help each other. In conclusion, I should like to thank again you businessmen for a splendid evening. We of the Scouts are glad and proud that you stand behind us, and we hope that your support will continue far into the future.